Hello everyone, I'm Caesar and this is Learning Vegan, and today we're going to bring you a Mexican stir fry, a mango Mexican stir fry. Something different. Nah, let's get going. Okay, first off we have some chopped up tomato, one Roman tomato, a half of an onion, quarter of some cucumber, a nice handful of cilantro, one mango completely chopped up, zucchini, about a quarter of a zucchini, and a half of a poblano pepper. And we have a can of chickpeas we added, and some pickled carrots with some little jalapenos in it, and it's about half of a can of that. Okay, now we're gonna make our Spanish rice, a traditional Spanish rice, and we're gonna use avocado oil. Something I've been using a lot lately since I'm vegan, and I love the avocado oil. It makes your Mexican food more Mexican, I think. I always get that feeling of it. I like what it does. So once you get your oil in the pan and it's getting hot, it's getting up there, put your garlic and a piece of onion. Get them going, get them sizzling. The pan's nice and hot. Put our rice in. We're gonna get this moving. This is the only time you want to really move your rice. Once you put your water in it and it comes to a boil, you bring it to a boil, you want to let it stand and you don't have to do anything else. Mexicans call this browning, kind of getting your rice browned in the oil, frying it, you could say. And now we're going to add our sazon Goya, cilantro, and tomato. And then we're going to mix that up with the rice. Blends in like that, no big deal. And now we're ready to add our water. So for our 1 cup of rice, I like to go with a 1 cup of water, but you might want to keep a little, like another half cup available, and eventually you might have to put a little more. At this point, we'll turn it down on low and let it simmer the rest of the way. Okay, now we're going to make the pico part, which really isn't pico. It is and it isn't. The thing about pico is it would have jalapenos in it, and I didn't put any because I'm going to put some habanero salsa, and this is going to be way hot, so I didn't really want to do that. But some people might tell you different. Here on this I'm putting tomatoes, onions, and cucumbers, which I saw somewhere where they're saying you're not supposed to combine your cucumbers and tomatoes. Maybe somebody can explain that to me. But I think they go good. Once again, as things go good, other things not so much. And trying to squeeze this lime on here with the little lemon squeezer, it works. It just has to work. The limes are a little big, but I'll make it work. Sometimes you're in situations you don't like the way they come out, but it is what it is. It just has to work. So we're gonna put some pepper here now and some sea salt and mix this up. And this is going to be part of the lime and pico part of this. process. I have cilantro and I was going to put that in too, but I like that fresh. I don't like it to get too soggy, so I'll put that in at the very end as a garnishment, and it mixes up with this pico. But usually in pico you could add some cilantro. You could add some avocado too to your pico. But here I'm going with this one because I'm doing things a little different. So now this is all ready. Let's pause right here, and then we're going to go back and check our rice. Okay, at this point we're going to check our rice. It's coming together nicely. I'm going to put the zucchini in. Just put it right there on the top, and it'll cook its way out. We don't need to mix anything. We don't want to mix or mess up the rice. The rice should just sit there like that, and it'll cook itself its way. It'll steam itself the rest of the way. And then here shortly we'll get on the rest. Yep. Okay, now this part we're just going to saute in a little avocado oil here separately. Our poblano peppers and our mangoes. Get nice and hot. And in goes the poblanos. Get mixed up. Not too much oil. I don't think so. And now let's put in our mangoes. Something about poblanos and mangoes. I don't know. Smoky, sweet. And this is all you really got to do. There ain't much to it. And that's it. We're going to let it sit there because we don't want to overdo it. If you overcook them, they break up, and that's right where you want them at. Right where you want the mangoes. The poblanos will cook the rest of the way, and that's just fine. We just need them to saute a little bit before we mix them in with everything else. And let's check back on our rice here. Ooh, look at that. It's coming together nicely. Coming close. It's getting better. Almost there. A few more minutes. So a few more minutes. Let's give this a few more minutes longer, and then we'll come back and we'll be ready to put everything together. Okay, and we got these sitting here. And now after the rice is almost done, I wanted this to sit. We're going to put our carrots in here and our chickpeas. And I wanted them to sit because I didn't want the mangoes to break up. I wanted them to kind of stay hard there a little bit. And now we're going to mix this all up. And this is the 1/2. There's 3 parts to this. The rice, this, and then our pico. And that all combines together and it'll make our stir fry. Have savory, salty, and sweet from the mango, heat from the pickled carrots, and a little bit of jalapenos, the little bits in there. And keep in mind, I'm still going to add some a habanero salsa that I made myself with some tomatillos, and I only add 2 habanero peppers, really small ones, in. It's got a good little kick to it. So now that that's going there and that's all ready, we'll check on our rice. Yep. I'm going to turn this off and let it sit. When you make Spanish rice, you want to kind of let it sit there for a good 5 minutes after you've cooked it and let it just kind of finish its way, low and slow like everything else. But here shortly we're going to combine these 3 elements together to make our Mexican stir fry. Yep. Okay, now it's the moment of truth. Let's put our 3 elements together. Well, it's not so much a truth. Yeah, it is the truth. Okay, start with our rice. Zucchini. Oh yeah. Uh-oh, almost disaster struck there. You know, I eat a lot of rice, and I love rice, especially rice with beans, rice with chickpeas, and then a variety of vegetables, different versions. Yeah, no, I am a happy person when it comes to eating. When it comes to this, I eat really good. Now I'm gonna put this over here. Put more zucchinis in there. Let's put some of these chickpeas. With mangoes, poblanos, jalapeno pickled carrots, and some jalapenos in this. Boy, man, this makes dinner for like 3, 4. But I usually make dinner for myself, and then I have lunch the next day at work. You know, put it like this. So you got the savory, the saltiness, the lime. You have an array of vegetables on here, all mixed up. An array of things, flavors. Sweet, salty. And then we're going to put and garnished, last but not least, with our cilantro all over that. So there it is. Let's take this to the table. Okay, here it is, ladies and gentlemen. A Mexican stir fry. What can I say? The only thing you can do, and I see we have on my sides now, is we're going to put some avocado slices to make this a traditional, very true Mexican stir fry. Avocado slices like that, nice and slicey. Don't worry about that. It's no big deal. But yeah, put as much avocado on this as you want. We'll leave it at that. You get the picture. Little sea salt on that. Definitely some heat right here. Tomatillos and habanero peppers. It's a great combination. So, and with a tostada, let's work our way around. Just what I expected. The flavors are all over the place. Could use more heat. I'm always afraid of like too much heat, but nah. Then in the end, I always put too much heat in it because I do like too much heat. I don't know, what can I say? Everyone's different. But I would say about this stir fry, it's always a starting point. You can add, take out. I wanted to stick to more tradition things. I didn't want to put anything else but the elements that are in Mexican or Latin cooking in general. So the mangoes just give it a nice sweetness. There's the saltiness to it. You can see, oh yeah. It's definitely refreshing. It doesn't really taste anything like a stir fry, a Chinese. This tastes more like just Mexican food in a different way. Mexican food, usually they have rice, beans in another dish. Well, here everything's all mixed up. That's the concept of stir fry. They have everything, one meal, one dish. And here it is. You combine them. You have to break it up in pieces probably. You can put them all in and the one thing. It's all up to you. I like to break things so the flavors then combine and mix, and it takes you to another level. Why? Because I'm in control here. I'm in control of my life, and this is what I want to eat. And it's my life, so that's what I do. So my point being here, take care of your life and do it the way you want to. However, the sky's the limit. There ain't much more to say here. I'm about to get busy and eat this. This looks like a lot of food, but it really isn't. I get really busy and really energetic sometimes. I haven't eaten in a long time. Haven't eaten since 11 o'clock this morning, and it's 6 o'clock, almost 7-ish now. So I'm going to get busy here. But I hope you enjoyed this. we're gonna have more work, more episodes. I'm not done. I'm not giving up. I got a long ways to go here. So this is Caesar. This is Learning Vegan, and we'll see you next week. Bye.